Hi, you guys. It's been a while since I've been on here. I just kind of like pulling a pity party for a few days here, getting discouraged. My thing is about waking people up so we can save our country, and it doesn't seem to be working that way. But I just had to reevaluate things, and my goal, I guess, or job goal should be to try to let you guys know whether you accept it or not. I can't do anything about that. I guess the frustrating part about it is knowing what's coming if you don't. Because there's a lot of us out here that are standing up and that we are trying to fight back before this thing turns physical. But we can't do it without the rest of you. So that's what I'm here. I named this video, How Come You Don't Care? And I'll hit on a few things I hope will help. But this picture I have here, it's actually a still of a video. But I want you to take a good hard look at it. Some of you I know have seen that picture, that video. But look real hard at it. Look at those people in that ditch. You see your sons or daughters. You see your mother or father, your brothers or your sisters. You see any of them in there? Look real hard, because there's a mosquito here. They may not be in there, but there's a similar situation coming down the road that they will be. Some of them will be. Some of you will be. And I know that you look at this and say, well, that's happening in the Middle East, and that's not going to happen here. You know what? Look at this. What do you call it? The way people stand, and everything. Look at these people. They look like they're shooting gophers or something. Standing around BSing, and a few of them are machine gunning anything that they think may be still moving. These are human beings. And you don't think it can happen here? It did happen here already. You guys just didn't. Some of you still don't even know who the Bundys are. But if you get into that picture, the BLM that came out there to that ranch, there's all kinds of stories out there about it. But the one that I am aware of that's probably the truth, I believe it is one of the soldiers that was on the ground of the militia. And his account of that thing is this, that they had enough militia out there, that had the BLM pulled the trigger, it would have been over in 10 minutes. There wouldn't have been any BLM agents. Now, they're liable to say anything. But this guy was there. He was part of the militia. He said it was over. They had more than enough people to take care of that situation, but they were praying that it wouldn't happen. Okay? So you believe whatever you want. But the biggest deal is this. Those weren't BLM agents. Those weren't like the people that you think you've seen in trucks driving across the national park or whatever. Those were contractors, and some of you know what contractors are. Some of you don't yet. But the majority of the people that are used to do things like this now are contractors. They're mercenaries. They're paid to do whatever they're supposed to do. They don't care about you. They don't care about what the political agenda is or isn't. They don't care. They've been paid to do one thing. In most cases, it's the government hiring them, and your tax dollars are paying them to come out, find you, arrest you, bring you into a FEMA camp, or kill you. And that's exactly what they'll do. No questions asked, no nothing. No political motives, no nothing. So I want you to take a really good picture of this, get a mindset in here, because we're weeks to months away from this very thing. I hope you understand that. I hope you understand that's why I'm here. I'd rather, like I've said 100 times, I'd rather be out fishing. I don't want to do this. I don't want this to happen. You guys want to laugh? You want to blow it off? Go ahead, take a look at that ditch, because that is where you're going to wind up. And you have to forgive me if I get a little emotional about this, because it's so close, and it's going to happen. If you guys do not man up, if you don't wake up, stand up. This isn't Democratic or Republican. You know what? You're dreaming. Look up the New World Order. Look up Agenda 21, and you'll figure out why all this stuff is happening. Even there, in that picture, in the Middle East, all this stuff is part of the same plan. It's basically the takedown of the world. But the United States is being focused on because we're the only free nation left, and they know they're going to have problems with us. So that's where the focus is. Obama is a puppet, but he's a good puppet. He's going to finish this thing if we don't stop him. And I don't care what political party you're on or anything else. If you care about your ass, you'll put that aside. You'll open your eyes and you'll see what is going on here. You'll open your eyes and you'll see that chemtrails are real, FEMA camps are real. Hey, they kept saying they weren't real, and some of you bought that. Oh, that's propaganda, that's this. Now they come out in the paper and they're putting these illegal immigrants in the, what? Oh, FEMA camps that don't exist. Remember that? They're just warming those things up right now for you and me. Okay? You have to understand this whole thing. That's what Agenda 21, that is their plan. All you got to do is go online and read it. Okay? And if we don't stop it, that picture right there, right beside me here, that I'm showing you, that's us. And if you're not in that ditch, you're in a FEMA camp. And guess what? It isn't going to be anything like World War II or Hitler. None of that, man. This is going to be so far beyond that, you're not going to believe it. But I'll tell you this. You can kiss your families goodbye. In fact, if you're not going to do anything, you might as well just start doing that now, because it's coming up that quick, okay? I don't wish that on anybody. But if you don't stand up, that's where we're going to be at. I am not, this is not fear-mongering. This is plain fact. It's going to happen. All you got to do is open your eyes, and you can see that it is happening right now. Obama has militarized almost every federal agency in the United States, including the post office. What do you think that's for? What do you think the millions of coffins are for that they're storing at these FEMA camps? What do you think they're for? Why do you think he signed the NDAA thing, that he can kill Americans on American soil without due process or anything? Doesn't even have to tell anybody. Why do you think he did that? He just sat up one night and said, oh, I had a dream. I think I need to do this. Why do you think they're attacking all the ranchers and the farmers and trying to seize all the land? Oh, excuse me. Why do you think they're attacking the Second Amendment? Some of you are so naive that you really believe that this is about just regulating who gets guns or whatever. It's not. Because they can't come right out and say, we're going to take guns, although some of them had, like Dianne Feinstein, have made no bones about it. Okay? They are going to disarm the people. That's what they want to do. So that you can lay in a ditch like that and nobody can stop it. That's what it's about. What do you think Obama cares about? He's been lying for 2 years on it. The doctors just today have banded together and they're revolting. They're not going to accept Obamacare. Do you understand that? Any of you out there that have been you think it's a Democrat and Republican issue. My guess is if you really believe that now, you aren't working, you haven't been working. You don't even know you have no idea that most people's premiums doubled already. You just think it's a Republican Democrat. It's nothing to do with them. They're in bed together, and they're doing what the New World Order tells them to do. And the New World Order, just the number one thing, I've said it over and over again, the biggest thing that you need to know, they plan on exterminating 92% of the world population. That's you and me. That's everybody. That's why they're poisoning people down through the water, through chemtrails, through GMOs. It's soft killing so that they can kill people off as they move towards their goal. So they won't have so many to throw in a ditch like this and kill. But I don't have to get through to you. I just know that if I don't get through to you and you don't stand up and help us, what you're looking at here is us in a very short period of time. They're bringing in these people, illegal aliens, are bringing them in to collapse the economy. And all you people out there, you think you wanted something to do with restoring amnesty or whatever. There may be some work to do on it, but this sure as hell isn't the way to do it. Bringing in millions of people across the border, half of them are thugs. They've already started murdering people. They're bringing in diseases, and you think this is by accident? This is a total planned event. And you guys, you're sitting there, oh, well, we got to do something about amnesty. What the hell does that have to do with it? You bring all these millions of people in here with diseases and everything and give them all the health and the food and all of that, things that we can't even give our own people. And then when there's enough of them that it collapses the system, then guess what? Nobody gets anything. Those millions of people that were brought in are right back where they started when they left whatever country they're in. They don't have anything to eat. They've got nothing. And now they become somebody's slave. They become somebody's gun fodder, along with all the rest of us. So you know what? I mean, I don't know any other way to put any of this stuff, because it's frustrating, because I see it coming. I've done the research. It's there. If you don't believe it, all you have to do is go online. But if you don't, screw you. Keep your mouth shut. You've got nothing to say to anybody. Go hide in the corner somewhere and wait for it to happen, because it's going to happen. For the rest of you, man, wake up. Grow up. It doesn't matter whether your guy is winning or not. It doesn't matter whether your guy's losing or not. Wake up and see what's going on. Grow up. Stand up and help us before it's too late. I'm not kidding you, man. It's almost too late right now. I love you guys. I'm going to have to go. I wish I could talk longer, but I can't. Take care. Please. Wake up. Save your own ass if you don't want to save others.